Hello, I'm TJ Casting. I'm the founder of Ambassador Group, and we understand that changing jobs is a very sensitive part of your life. So we've built a process to help you see around some corners and build the best relationship that you can that will allow you to improve your life to the best degree possible. If you'll stay with me through this video, I'll share a process, the benefits, and what you can do to get the best result for yourself. We have a saying here at Ambassador Group: success is properly set expectations. So in terms of expectations you should have for us, we will always protect your career confidentiality. You'll never be introduced to a company without your full knowledge, permission, and as much understanding of the role as we can give you. Oftentimes through the process, we're discovering some degree of misalignment, and we'll communicate with you and with the company and decide together how to navigate it. We'll never pressure you to make a decision that you don't feel is in your best interest, but at the end of the day, we recognize this is your life, this is your career, and we trust you to make the right decision. Not everyone we work with ends up landing the job, but no one wonders what happened. We'll give you feedback. And we don't just represent the company, we represent the interests of a collaborative and honest relationship. This is where the name Ambassador comes from. And so anything we can do to help set this relationship up for success is well within our interests. Our initial process is a conversation focused on getting to know you as the unique person that you are. This conversation lays the process or lays the foundation for shortlisting you and introducing you truthfully and persuasively to the company, since we understand the problem they are trying to solve and we understand your goals and what you bring to the table. We can help them see that spending time with you is going to be a good use of your time. I've found that most people's goals are still in a development process. So we'll work with you through this process to envision how you want to improve your life. We'll also get into your skills and experience. Our clients hire us to find high character and talented people. So your background and perspective will be important to their shortlisting process, and we'll want to make sure we bring up the most salient points in the introduction to help them see your value. We'll also provide you with a compensation package calculator. We've got a spreadsheet as well as a ChatGPT plugin, and both of these can help you calculate the total value of your compensation package, not just the salary, because we noticed that a lot of compensation negotiations tend to over-focus on salary as opposed to total package value, and this just helps you negotiate with more clarity for yourself and gives you more optionality in how you go about that negotiation process. The reason we don't negotiate for you is because you have to live with the outcome of this negotiation, and we want you to feel a sense of confidence and ownership over the outcome of the negotiation. This is also a really critical relationship development process, right? Is part of getting to know one another and building trust with one another is, how do you negotiate? Is this a pleasant process? Is it collaborative? Is it adversarial, competitive? So our goal is to help you craft a well-justified compensation negotiation, and likewise help the company be collaborative in how they see your value and how they would pay you. The introduction process is very collaborative between you and your recruiter, because this will be an introduction email. Likely the recruiter will call the client, and after this shortlisting process, the client will select candidates they're interested to meet. We'll coordinate interviewing logistics for you. We'll stay involved, through the whole process. This is full service recruiting. Typically, the interview process is a 3 to 4 step process. This may be one-on-one interviews, group interviews, job walks, technical interviews, meeting over Zoom, phone, etc. You will receive a 1-hour confidential conversation with an interpreter. And our goal is, as I mentioned before, to see around corners, right? So, where might there be really good alignment? Where might there be some personality friction? What kind of investment can we expect to make this relationship successful? We want you and the hiring authority to go into the relationship, if you work together, as well informed as possible, as committed to the relationship as possible, so that you can have the best chance of success. In terms of transparency through the process, we always advise our clients to be very upfront about the problems that they're trying to solve with the hire. And oftentimes interviews can be sort of this veneer, this superficial optimism of everything's great here, right? And once if you worked in enough companies, you realize like, no, not everything's great. And this is one of the reasons why they're trying to hire, is they have a challenge they're trying to solve. And the more high resolution of a conversation we can have with the more authenticity in that conversation, the better we're setting ourselves up for success in that relationship. Later in the process, they're going to ask us to talk to your references. And we like to collect these references early so that they're ready to go if we get to this stage, to help give some perspective to a potential hiring authority about what kind of investment they need to be prepared to make you successful. When it comes to crafting offers, particularly around money, we recommend to clients that they speak very directly and frankly with you about the performance factors that influence the financial components of their offer. And similarly, we would like you to be transparent about your desires and expectations so that everyone is on the same page. We're not getting to an offer stage and people are being surprised by new information as it comes to light. If you do accept the job, we'll run a background check, as I mentioned before. We'll introduce you to our operations team, which will help facilitate this onboarding process. Then we'll get into the job resignation process. We'll be here through this process. We'll help you with the resignation letter. We'll help you with your thought process through this conversation. We want to see you make this transition as professionally, as competently as possible. So we'll be here to help and be a listening ear. I gotta say, onboarding is maybe one of the most challenging, and the reason why it's challenging is because, if we think analogously, like with a train, the team that you're joining needs to slow business down so that you can get on board. And let's say that train's going 100 miles an hour, solving client problems, but even if you are very experienced in the industry, you need that train to slow down so that you can get on it safely, so that you can be developing your productivity and helping the team with the problem that they're trying to solve. So we want you to have as hospitable and helpful of an onboarding as possible. So what we'll do is we'll coordinate a pre-onboarding call with you, with your recruiter, with the onboarding team, before you show up for your start date, to go over everything you need to know. And then after your start date, 30 days, 60 days, 100 days, 6 months, and 10 months, we'll be checking in with you to hear about your onboarding experience, your experience with the training and support you've received, and just your general feedback. And I want to say thank you for staying with me through this and giving me the opportunity to share with you about our passion for connecting talented people. We truly get a lot of joy and fulfillment from doing this. We love this work. And you can always share your feedback with me personally at tj@ambassadorgroup.com. Thanks so much.